Hacemos ráfagas, ¿no? De Mystery Player, fútbol y luego misterio final. Vale.
Captain has done it!
Fantastic save!
Unbelievable! The stuff dreams are made of!
Speaking Football.
Hello and welcome to episode number 86 of Speaking Football. My name's Tommy Hay and I'm joined here by my colleague Ruben Palomero for episode number 2 of our Twitch series. So if you're watching us on Twitch, welcome. We'll try and read you out this time in the comments section because last time we were a little bit, we hadn't pillado el truco. We hadn't got the hang of...
The hang.
To get the hang of something is when you pillar el truco.
Como H-A-N-G.
Exactly, like ahorcar or colgar or...
Coger el ahorcado.
Exactly, yeah. So like el truco. So we hadn't got the hang of Twitch. We still haven't really got the hang of Twitch. I think with radio we're okay at the moment. So if you're listening to us on the radio, welcome first of all. Remember you can listen to us on ebooks.com if you want to listen to this as a podcast later on. But if you're joining us on Twitch, welcome again. Interact as much as you want to. Ask us some questions, anything about football, anything about English. If you have any questions, you have any dudas, any questions about English, let us know.
And whatever.
You can ask us anything.
We know about everything.
You can ask Ruben about his favourite kind of shampoo, anything you want to do. And also, if you listen to us on the radio, remember Richard Vaughan, La Hora Extra is on right after this show, so stick around for that. Now, today we're going to talk about polémicas in English, and we're also going to be talking a little bit about why Manchester United and their supporters are very excited at the moment with this new manager that they've got. First though, let's begin the programme, as always, by revealing the identity of last week's mystery player.
Mystery Player.
Very exciting this week. I think we had quite a few winners. Let's go through the clues and then we'll go through the winners. So clue number one.
Clue number one. He played in 4 World Cups.
Very good. He played in 4 World Cups. That's almost a record. I think the record is 5 or 6. Would it be Marquez and maybe a couple of other players?
But he played a lot of World Cups.
Yeah, he played 4 World Cups. Really, really amazing. Clue number 2. He's currently, actualmente, not actually, he's currently a sporting director. Sporting Deportivo, director deportivo. He's currently a sporting director. Clue number 3. Ruben.
He played with Fernando Hierro.
Very good. He played with Ferdinand Iron, as we...
Ferdinand Iron.
As we once called him in an episode of this. Yes, he played with Fernando Hierro. That's in our Twitter clue, isn't it? So if you go on Twitter very, very quickly, I don't know.
No, we are going to... We have, es que lo tengo reservado para el final. Porque le hemos quitado la chapa.
Okay. So we're not going to show you right now. But he did play with Fernando Hierro, so think about that. Clue number 4. I love this one. He still has nightmares, pesadillas. He still has nightmares about a game against Nigeria, which took place last century.
Yeah, exactly. In an important competition, had a big mistake.
A big mistake.
He made a howler.
He made a howler.
Recordar que make a howler es la forma de decir cantada. Fue una cantada. Utilizamos el verbo to make. He's made a howler.
A howler. Howl comes from the verb aullar, like what a wolf does.
Howler.
Yeah. I think the Duran have that song, Howling Like the Wolf or Hungry Like the Wolf or something. Very good. And last clue, Ruben.
He was born in Álava.
Very good. He was born...
Vitoria.
He was born in Álava. Yes, Álava, Victoria, not Ávila, which is in...
Álava, Vitoria.
Vitoria, very good.
Muy importante.
Who was our mystery player, Ruben?
Our mystery player was... Andoni Zubizarreta. Ahí le tienes. Qué joven está ahí, ¿eh?
That's it. So I didn't realise that you'd taken away the chapa, that you'd taken away the
Sí,
the block.
le ponemos nuestra chapa para que no se vea la cara.
Yeah.
Aunque ayuda mucho el físico, ¿eh?
That's it. Yeah, I think the body...
El porte. The bearing?
The bearing.
The bearing.
Very good. Yes, the bearing.
Tú coges oso, le pones ing y ya tienes porte.
Yeah, the bearing of the man, the sort of stature is another good word that you can use.
Exactly.
Yeah, the stature of the man. So yeah, it's very big and looking very young in that photograph. Who won this week? Who guessed the correct answer?
Bueno, antes de decir los ganadores, vamos a darles hola Mercillos RB, hola Kublai Khan, que estáis ahí. Y los ganadores han sido Rubén Buendía. CBP, José R. Armenteros, un clásico. Daniel Martín Castillo, no falla. Asier Antelo y Jo Cántaro.
Very good. We've also got Jose Ramon. He said, Amigo, esta vez quiero ser el primero en nombrar al mystery player. I want to be the first one to name the mystery player. And Donny Zubizarreta is the one Ruben wanted us to find out. Very good. Esta vez sí que lo sé. This time, yes, I know.
Yes,
Yes,
es que Zubizarreta era fácil. De hecho, es uno de los porteros vascos clásicos que además el norte siempre tenía fama de muy buenos porteros. Pues Andrés Zubizarreta, of course, is one of them.
Yeah, exactly. I would say that, like, if Germany is the country of goalkeepers, I would say the Basque country is sort of like the Spanish autonomous region, where for some reason you just have they have an amazing ability to produce these fantastic goalkeepers.
Iribar,
Arconada as well, yeah. Unai Simon, obviously, the current one is currently Basque as well. So very, very good. Okay, well done to everybody who took part. Now, on to the main part of today's show. I think it's time for this week's football expressions.
Football expressions.
Very good. Okay, so Ruben, you put up a tweet the other day. I'm going to read it out. Esta semana con tanto penalti que es o que no es. This week with so many penalties that were or were not penalties.
You never know.
Es un buen momento para aprender la
It's the
palabra.
pen of your scarf.
It depends on your scarf.
¿Se puede decir eso? Me lo he inventado.
It depends on your team, I think.
Es que we say you are, por ejemplo, cuando dices periodista de bufanda,
That's true.
journalist scarf, it's the pen of your scarf, you can see something or not.
We say journalists who have like a dog in the fight, you would say, un perro en la pelea.
¿Ah, sí?
Yeah, so you can say, oh, he has a dog in the fight with this one. So yeah, we would say it depends on the team you support, whether or not this was a polémica. How do we say polémica?
Controversy.
Very good.
Nosotros decimos también controversia. Pero se usa más polémica, quizá.
Yeah, I would say polémica, and you use it as an adjective as well. Polémico or polémica as an adjective, which in English would be
Controversial.
Controversial. Let's see if anybody in the comment
Controversial.
gets it. Yeah, controversial. That's
Controversial.
it. Yeah, controversial. So you could say it was a controversial decision. That's it. But if you want to use it in a context of like a noun, it would just be controversy. Now, there was a great title I read. One of the controversies this weekend was in the Real Sociedad game. So if there's anybody from the Churiurdin listening to us, you'll understand what the problem is. There was an issue with the referee, Mateo Laoz, where he touched the ball and stopped a goal, basically, for Real Sociedad. And the title in Marca, I think it was Imanol zanja la polémica. Lo que pasó no influyó en el resultado. So Imanol zanjar, I love this verb. I would probably... It's very boring.
Es que zanjar es muy visual. Una zanja es un agujero y dices, aquí se acabó. Él dice, agujero y aquí se acabó.
It's almost like he karate chops it or something.
Exactly.
I would just say he ends the controversy here. Yeah, zanja la polémica. Imanol ends the controversy. He says that what happened didn't influence the result. So there you go. Anyway, we're going to read out an article about one of the many controversies this week, and it was to do with the Barca game against Villarreal. So the title of this article is Emery, someone must explain to me why Piqué handball isn't a penalty. So Ruben, you can read out the first sentence there.
Of course. The Villarreal coach was furious with the decision that went against his side on Saturday.
Fantastic. The Villarreal coach was furious. We looked at that a couple of weeks ago. He was furious with the decisions that went against his side on Saturday. Very good. Number 2. The Villarreal coach Unai Emery exigió, he demanded an explanation for the reason his side were not given a penalty in Saturday's 3-1 defeat to Barcelona. Remember, we say to give a penalty for pitar un penalti. I think you say pitar un penalti in Spanish. The referee gave a penalty, and he uses it, or this journalist uses it in the passive here. So he says he demanded an explanation for the reason his side were not given a penalty. That's it.
To give a penalty.
To give a penalty. Very good. Let's go for number 3. A nice long paragraph for you there.
Yes. Piqué appeared to handle the ball as he blocked a shot in the first half with the game goalless.
Very good. Goalless, we say goalless. That means empatado a cero.
Empatado a cero.
Empatado a cero. So
0-0.
That's it.
While Raúl Albiol also appealed for a penalty when he grappled with Eric Garcia in the second half, with Barca 1 up.
Very good. You had a little stumbling block, a little tropiezo there, a little stumbling block with grappled.
Grapple.
What's grappled? Kublai is on fire in the comment section. Kublai, any idea what grapple is? Grapple. I would say to grapple is, I'm going to do a little visual thing, okay? It's when I grab the player like this.
Yeah,
If it's
it's
like
a grab a
agarrar.
little bit.
Yeah, I would say it's like agarrar con dos manos.
Ah, ok. O sea, grapple con dos manos.
That's
Y
it.
grab sería con una o con cualquiera.
That's
Yo
it.
siempre recuerdo Grab a Beer, la campaña de Budweiser. Grab a Beer.
Very good.
Así siempre agarra una cerveza, grab, y no se te olvida, pero grapple sería con las dos manos.
Grapple, yeah, with two P's. So grapple.
Grapple.
I would say it's with two. So he says that Raul Albiol appeal
Sí,
for
mira,
penalty.
dice Kulbaikan. To grapple, forcejear. Yo diría
Unbelievable.
forcejear to jostle.
That's jostle, yeah.
Jostle.
It can be.
Jostle.
It can
Grapple es
be.
más bien yo te agarro así.
Yeah, that's it. I think forcejear is a decent translation. I think that's quite good. But yeah, it's more agarrar con dos manos, I would say. Well done, Kublai. Okay, and the last sentence. The Albiol one, this is what Emery says. The Albiol one is a penalty, but the Piqué handball is really clear. Remember, estar claro, you would say, to be clear.
To be clear, yeah.
So we'd say it's really clear, muy claro. The Piqué handball is really clear, Emery said. I have the feeling, la sensación, not the sensation, I have the feeling that we're not respected. There have been many similar moments now. I don't understand why VAR doesn't analyse these two incidents. Very interesting. And the last sentence, Ruben?
We will need to ask who is the responsible for this mistake. Someone will have to explain what's happened. We have all seen it. It's clear, so clear. Later, for Barca's goal, did get involved, have luck.
Bad luck. So we would say VAR
Bad
did get
luck.
involved. So the emphasis there is on the word did. So for Barca's goal, VAR did get involved, yeah? Sí que lo hizo, yeah? Sí que lo usaron, yeah? VAR did get involved. Bad luck, mala pata,
Yeah.
mala suerte, yeah.
In this case, Mary is putting pressure.
Very good,
Putting
yeah.
pressure
Putting pressure on
Yeah.
on who? On
on the next match.
on the next match, yeah. So they'll remember that he's a little
Yeah.
bit angry. For
Yeah,
the
remember
next
that I'm
match.
angry, and next time I need you remember I was angry, and I can be angry again.
That's it. So if you're ever angry at work as well, you can make a little comment like Unai Emery, and then they'll treat you with a bit more respect. In theory, maybe not in practice. Just one little thing, Ruben. This is a very common mistake that Spanish people make. We would never say to be the responsible for something. We just say to be responsible for something. I hear this a lot in my classes in Spanish when people are telling me about their jobs. They say, I am the responsible for accounts. Yeah. Never say that. I'm responsible for accounts. Soy responsable. I would say I'm responsible for accounts when you're saying your job. So who's responsible for this mistake? That's what he said. Very good. Very quick question. Did Barcelona get lucky the other day against Villarreal?
Well, I suppose the luck go and back. How do you say
Comes
that?
and goes.
Comes and goes. Comes and goes. And sometimes you are going to be luck. Another time you are not going to be luck.
That's it. Lucky.
Lucky.
That's it.
Lucky.
That's it. Sometimes you're going to be lucky. Sometimes you're not going to be lucky.
Yo con luck siempre sufro. Escucho a veces a gente decir luck,
Lock.
más que luck. Luck. You can say luck? No, it's different.
Lock is cerrar con llave.
Yeah.
It's true. Do you ever work with Irish people?
Yeah, different people. Well, I speak with a lot of
If you
people
work,
from-
you know Laura Griffin that works in the office. She's from Ireland.
Yeah.
And she would say look
Luck.
instead of luck. But there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a different accent. So unless you're Irish, luck is a pronunciation of
Okay.
it. Very good. Yeah, so luck comes and goes. So it's just one of these things. What is it they say? The yin and the yang.
The yin and
The
yang,
yin and the yang. Very good. Okay, now fans of English football and Manchester United fans in particular are very excited at the moment because they have a new manager. It's really interesting to see how the impact of an interim manager can change a team. Now, when I say interim manager, INTERIM, an interim manager, do you know what I'm saying in Spanish? I have a doubt about how to translate this. An interim manager.
Es un manager interno, interino. Decimos interino.
Very good.
Interino significa que no vas a estar mucho tiempo.
Exactly. So you're almost like a filler. No, you're like a filler manager. You're
Yeah.
filling a gap. You're
Yeah,
filling a space.
yeah.
We say interim manager, interino.
Interino.
Interino with an N. In English with an M for Macedonia, for Majadahonda, okay? An interim manager. So this new manager, Ralph Rangnick, I struggle with the pronunciation
A
of his
Viking name.
It sounds like a Viking name,
Seems
isn't
like
it?
a Viking name.
He is German, but yeah, he'll be taking over as Manchester United's interim manager until the end of the season. Here's an audio clip of Rangnick that we're going to listen to in just a second. He has some very interesting observations about the job of a football manager. So I'd like to have a listen, and then we're going to comment on it.
What is the job of a football head coach or manager? To have a clear idea of how my team should play. This can be more the Pep Guardiola style, or the Diego Simeone style, or the Hansi Flick style, or the Jürgen Nagelsmann style, or the Jürgen Klopp style. Those are variations, different areas where Pep Guardiola is more the kind of coach who likes technical players, whereas Jürgen Klopp more likes the heavy metal band players, you know. But what they all have in common is that they exactly know how this kind of football they want to play, what it looks like. They have in their brains the video of the perfect game. They have it in their minds and on their minds. And the job of a football manager is to transform this idea of football into the heads, hearts, brains, veins of your players. This is what I tell motivation. Motivation for me is a transfer of belief, conviction, idea of football.
Very good. Excellent. Fantastic. So I think this is something that the Manchester United fans have really been missing this season. A guy that really has a clear idea. Kublai is in the comments. He quotes Rangnick there. He says, "I'm excited to be joining Manchester United and focused on making this a successful season for the club." These are kind of general statements that I think a lot of managers make, but I'm very impressed by just this philosophy of organization. You know?
Yeah, para mí, está muy bien lo que ha dicho, pero creo que no es tan fácil.
No.
Cuando lleguen resultados y tus jugadores pueden dudar de ti, depende también del peso específico que tengas en el vestuario. It's not going to be easy, Mr. Ralph Rangnick.
Rangnick, I know that's it. But he has experience as a manager. You know, a problem with the English press, I think, sometimes, is that they believe that anyone who hasn't managed outside of England or played outside of England is like just okay. They don't think they're going to be amazing. I remember when Reguilón went to Tottenham last season, and some of the pundits, the tertulianos, some of the pundits were just ridiculous, some of the things that they were saying. They were saying, "Oh, well, we don't know if he's good." I was like, sorry? He won the Europa League with Sevilla. You know, like, I think he is quite good. He has to be all right to be able to do it.
It's very difficult if you are a pundit when you could be a coach in the next season. Because when you are talking about specific players or teams, suddenly, oh my God, we have to go to that team, you can have a problem.
Oh, yes.
Y pasa mucho que muchos tertulianos, pundits, recordad, se muerden un poco la lengua. Intentan ser moderados.
They bite their tongue. They bite
their tongue.
Se muerde la lengua.
They bite their tongue.
They bite their tongue. Exactly. And I think this was the case with Rangnick actually as well. He's already sort of put his foot in it, metido la pata. He's already put his foot in it. And because he said that Cristiano Ronaldo was too old to play. And that's not good because Ronaldo's now one of his players.
Something Ronaldo is going to forget.
I don't think he is going to forget.
Remember you when you come to the club.
To the club.
First thing you are going to remember, I am the gold guy.
Yeah, I know. It's a really, really tricky one. But yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting time in Manchester United, and I'm looking forward to see some organisation at the club from. In a season where it looked like the team didn't really have any direction. I thought Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was a really nice person. I thought he was a good guy and all that. He got on well. Llevarse bien, to get on well. He got on well with everybody, with the press, it seemed like his players as well. But he didn't seem to have a clear philosophy. But if you go onto YouTube, there are lots of videos and things like that you can watch of Rangnick, and he's very impressive. He's like very German. Do you know what I mean when I say very German?
Yeah.
He's not like
organized.
Yeah. Super organized.
Square-minded.
Yeah, square-minded, kind of like a little bit almost cold sometimes. A little bit cold. He's not like the opposite of Luis Aragonés, who seemed to be like kind of, motivation and sort of and trying to inspire your players and all that kind of stuff. He seems to be very organised. So I'm really looking forward to this. I don't know if Cristiano's looking forward to it so much, but I think it'll be a really interesting time. But yeah, how much time do we have left, Ruben? More or
Well,
less?
we'll start at 30. We are going to have more 8 minutes.
About 8 minutes.
round.
Okay. I think we have enough time to talk a little bit about this weekend, the games that are coming up. What games will you be watching this weekend? I have to say, I've got a little picture of some of the games here. I have to say that in the English Premier League, there are no games that que me llaman la atención.
No?
There are no games that catch my attention at all.
Oh.
It looks to be a very boring week in the English Premier League. I don't know about in Spanish football. Spanish football looks good this weekend. A few good games.
Yes. I think Real Sociedad, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Betis, Sevilla, Villarreal, or even Atlético Madrid, Mallorca, they are going to good matches.
Yeah, I think they're going to be good matches. Yeah, I'm liking the idea of.
Even Rayo Vallecano playing at home is very fun.
I think I'm going to go to that game.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's on Sunday. We're not working on Monday because it's the Puente. It's the long weekend here. So I'm thinking of going to Rayo versus Espanyol. It's a great thing about living in Madrid is that there are so many football teams that you can just sort of like, okay, because we were trying to decide between, okay, do we go to Rayo on the Sunday or do we go to Getafe on the Monday? Or could we even, no, we can't go to the Real Madrid game. We could go and see Atletico as well on Saturday as well. So you could actually go to 2 games if you're very fast. You could go. Oh no, you can't. No, you
If
can't.
you
I'm talking
find
nonsense.
a bar where watch Real Madrid Real Sociedad at 9 when
Yeah.
you go out from Metropolitano, yeah, you can do it.
There's a journalist. He's an English journalist who lives here. It's called Sid Lowe. You know Sid Lowe. He works
Yeah.
for the Guardian newspaper.
Yeah.
I recommend reading his books. They're absolutely fantastic. He's got one called Fear and Loathing in La Liga. He's got lots of different books just about the history of Spanish football that I really recommend. They're absolutely fantastic. And he's got another one. Yeah, he's got other ones just about the history of the Spanish league. But he's an absolute fanatic of football. And when I say fanatic, I mean a fanatic. He sometimes starts his day in Getafe, goes to a game in Leganés after, and he can go to 3 games in a day. I've even known him to go to 4 games in a day. So he'll drive to somewhere outside of, he'll go to see Albacete or someone, near Madrid. But like, you can do it if you have the motivation and the money. And the money. What was the last football game you were able to go to? Because you live out in Segovia now. You live quite far away.
I remember the last one was a match between Barcelona and Athletic de Bilbao in Barcelona.
Okay.
And I think scored Milito.
Milito. You think Milito scored? Okay.
We are talking about a lot of years ago.
Yeah. A lot of years ago. Yeah, I'm trying. The last game I went to, it was recently, and I can't remember it now. Ah, well, the Clásico. I went to El Clásico.
Oh yeah, you went to watch the Clásico.
But did I go to another one? I feel like I went to another one after that. No, I don't think so.
No?
I think it was a Clásico. Was
That's
the
not
first game in a while.
It's a good patch.
Yeah, and the last one before that was before the pandemic, which was Rayo Vallecano against Oviedo, which was a really good one. I don't know if we have any listeners from Oviedo listening or from Asturias, but I thought they were nice, and their fans were really nice as well. Really nice people, the Oviedo fans. I don't know if it's just because I'm Scottish, and Scottish people and Asturian people are quite similar. We're both Celts, Celtas, and we have that thing going on. But they seemed really nice, and the Rayo fans were great as well. Kublai says, any match involving Real, Barça, or Atletico Madrid is worth watching. That's a good expression. Vale la pena ver. Yeah,
It's worth watching.
It's worth watching, always with the gerund. Exactly. Kublai also says, he reminds me of Jupp Heynckes. The Rangnick reminds you of Jupp Heynckes. Well, he is German. I suppose he's German, but I don't know about any other similarities between Jupp Heynckes. I don't really know much about Jupp Heynckes. Obviously, he managed here in Spain, and he was the Bayern manager when they won the Champions League in 2013, but I don't know. Maybe we'll see. He's that's what I like about him, is he's kind of unknown, and I think that's a very exciting prospect for people. Anyway, I don't think we have too much time left, so let's finish the programme as we always do by reading out the clues for next week's Mystery Player.
Mystery Player.
Ruben, kick us off with clue number 1.
He scored the winning goal in a Copa del Rey final.
Very good. Is there a way to literally translate winning goal? Would you maybe say gol Decisivo.
Gol ganador, sí.
El ganador. That's it. I like this one. Un gol suyo le dio una final. That's where you've written it. That's very poetic for me anyway. I'm always looking for poetic ways to speak. So he scored the winning goal in a Copa del Rey final. Clue number 2. And those of you on Twitch will see a little image with the chapa, with the cover. He played against Guardiola. So you see there, Guardiola, a very young Pep Guardiola on the left with all of his hair on the left.
I think it's very important to watch the photo because with the bearing, we say the bearing, the word for today, you can imagine what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you can imagine the bearing this guy has, like,
slim.
It's a very distinctive. Another good way would be to say the body shape or the physique. So the physique of this guy is really, really kind of distinctive. So clue number 2, he played against Guardiola. Clue number 3, Ruben.
He was a set-piece specialist.
Very good. He was a set-piece specialist. Especialista a balón parado. Clue number 4, now he's a manager. Now he's a manager, but he's currently out of work. Sin equipo, currently out of work. And clue number 5, Ruben.
He's an ambassador for La Liga.
Fantastic.
I think it's easy.
Yeah, I think it's quite easy, especially if you look at the photo. Get on our Twitter, speak_football_. Have a look at the photo and let us know if you think you know who the mystery player is. If you're still with us here on the radio, listen to La Hora Extra now on Radio Balgan with Richard. Thanks for joining us as always, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.